talking to defensive tackle coach Kenny Martin. First of all, thanks for the time.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, first and foremost. But let me get into this, and this is one of these questions that seems like a softball probably, but just off the top, you think about Ricky Barber, you think about Lee Hunter, you think about Johnny Walker, all the group that's in this D tackle room. How fortunate are you? Like, this is kind of this is if this were. This is gourmet beef. I have no better way to put it than that, man. Talk about what a joy it is to coach these guys.
Well, man, so you name Ricky, Lee, John, but you can't name those three without naming Matt Alexander.
You're absolutely right.
Seriously, man. Like, those guys as a unit, man, it's like coaching from a rocking chair, honestly. Like, those guys are really good at what they do. They're treating everything like professionals. They're trying to be pros. And they really trying to stack days every single day, going with it. But no, those guys are really good, and I love coming to work every day with those guys.
You know, you say that, and I picture an image of you just sipping lemonade. Yeah, that was wonderful. I know you're working harder than that, though.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it makes for a fun transition, because I don't know about you, I'm asking your perspective, but I know on Monday, first practice, I came in to talk to Coach after practice. You know, just me, silly media guy. Here comes Gus. He starts talking. The fire and vigor seems different to me.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Is that translating in practice?
No doubt, it is. I mean, at the end of the day, what we did last year, it wasn't the standard, right? So that was Coach's first losing season, and to be honest, man, we're on a mission to make sure that never happens again. And every day at practice, man, we hammer on doing the little things, the little details, holding these guys accountable, right? Not letting anything slack off. And to be honest, man, it really starts from the top, and he demands it from his coaches. We demand it from our players, and that trickles down, man, from the leaders all the way down to the freshmen. So it's been shown.
Okay, so and give me a little perspective for those that may not know. Like, because when I asked Coach about the offense and what they need to work on most on Monday, I wondered if it was trying to, again, reacclimate an offensive line, because that's something this organization a lot. He told me that discipline was the answer. When I hear discipline, I'm thinking, okay, false start penalties, maybe holding penalties, something like that. From your perspective on the field, what does more discipline look like for Ricky Barber, or I shouldn't say, I don't want to go through four names every time.
For sure, all the guys.
For the D tackles,
right.
What does discipline look like?
Discipline looks like, man, taking care of my responsibility, doing what I'm supposed to do, mowing your own grass. That's what I tell my guys. At the end of the day, we are D tackles, right? We are the defensive tackles. We take care of the interior, right? But what I don't want them to do is, our whole thing is we're going to stop the run this year as a defense. What I don't want those guys to do is go out there thinking, I got to do something extra and do something outside the norm, all right, to make sure we're successful. But be disciplined, own what you're supposed to do it great, be phenomenal at what we do, own your gap, and make every play that comes to you, right? That's the discipline part of everything. And again, Coach made emphasis on guys jumping off sides, right? MAs, busting the defense, whatever our defensive coordinator calls. Everything matters. So if a coach calls the defense, we got to execute every single time. But also just do your job. DYJ.
That's. I like you call it mowing your own grass. I might have to. I'm gonna write that one down back here and steal that one here. But with that in mind, I think there's a certain element to stopping the run. It starts with you, right? And
for sure,
I'm looking a little bit for a man with more credibility and eye on this point. I call myself a student of the game. I like to learn, but this is an opportunity. I like to share an idea. Ray Lewis was a big deal in the NFL. Obviously, Hall of Fame, all-time great player. Sam Baker, Haloti Ngata helped make him.
For sure.
You have defensive tackles that can do that. This linebacker core coming in, you seem confident with this, being able to stop the run with these new linebackers too, working with your guys, right?
No doubt, man. Ethan Barr, man, he came in, man, he was at Vanderbilt, right? And again, he was committed to Washington. We ended up getting him late. But man, since he walked in the door, he became a leader, all right? He's only been here for a couple months. He's already a team captain. So he's one of those guys, man, that I know, because at the end of the day, defensive tackles and linebackers, we all tied in together. Because at the end of the day, when coach calls in a play, we got to depend on Ethan Barr to set the front. All right, we got to depend on him to set the front, and he has been doing a phenomenal job, along with everybody else. You got your Josiahs, of course. Deshaun Pace is phenomenal, right? Exry's coming along. Andrew Harris. Those guys are doing an awesome job, and Coach Roof is doing a good job with those guys too.
Well, let me ask about that too, because it's not every day you get a former. I mean, when Sam Jackson was on his way out, I asked him who the new rival would be, since USF is kind of in the rear view and being
For sure,
in for conference and all. He said Cincinnati. How unique is it to have a guy who's been playing for, air quotes, a rival like that, then to step in? What kind of insight has he brought you guys? I mean, I know your defensive tackles, I know the linebackers.
No, it's football.
But how I like that. How unique is it to have that perspective in the building? How helpful has that been?
Man, Deshaun Pace has been doing phenomenal. He's a true difference maker, right? When you put, like, if you have to name your top 11 guys on our defense, you can't name it without Deshaun Pace. He's going to be a guy that's going to make this defense roll. Athletic, he's very good in space. He can make a guy miss in the backfield to go make a sack on the quarterback. But the whole rival thing, the whole Cincinnati, I can care less, right? To be honest, but he chose to come here. And now he's part of our family. He's a UCF Knight now, so he's going to help us take it to the next level.